Hey guys, it is Aiden from ADSC here, and today I'm going to be doing my initial thoughts on titanium bars. So if you haven't noticed, in the past couple of videos I got some new titanium bars. They're right here. They're the Affinity tie bars. But I got them at the time of recording this about 2 weeks ago. So then this is like my initial thoughts. I'm going to be doing a full review about a month later, so stay tuned for that. But today I'm going to be doing my initial thoughts of what I think about titanium bars. So I'm going to start off with like what kind of is titanium, and then why is it better than the other bars. My thoughts on the bars, and then why you should or should not get a pair of bars yourself. So let's start. So one of the upsides with titanium, first off, what is titanium? Titanium is a metal that's used for making handlebars. It is made by Youth that I know of. Youth Gone Wild and Affinity are the two main brands. Oh, and Ethic. So Affinity, Ethic, and Youth Gone Wild are the only brands so far that I know of that do make titanium bars. I'm sure many other companies will start to come out with bars like titanium very, very shortly or soon. My thoughts on these are they're much lighter than aluminum, or they're just as light as aluminum. I've ridden aluminum bars, so it didn't take me very long to get used to these titanium bars, and they're generally considered stronger than steel. So if you ask a normal person, like a normal scooter rider, they would usually say yes, they are stronger than steel, even though I personally think they're stronger than steel. I've never bent that's not true. I've bent sole bars, but they're notorious for bending, so I'm not too worried about that. But these bars so far are what I feel is lighter than aluminum and stronger than steel. So my initial thoughts on these bars right here are they're great. If you want to spend the money, I got these for about $3.15 Canadian. So I got a bit of a deal. I mean, right now they go for like $400 Canadian if you're switching over from, say, the Vault from a US site to a Canadian, plus the shipping and duty taxes, which will equal you about $500, which is crazy amounts of money. So I got these for $3.15 Canadian, and that's the totals, because I went to a shop. So I picked these up in store. I got them for $3.15 as a total. So far, they've been amazing. I've had no complaints about them. The only thing you have to worry about is the flex, which is the difference between steel and aluminum, and why these bars and titanium bars in general last so much longer than steel or aluminum bars. Because titanium flexes, it doesn't stay sturdy like other metals. So essentially, these will take a softer landing than steel or aluminum bars. Most aluminum bars and some steel bars are known for bending, but mostly aluminum bars are known for bending. So if you bend a lot of bars, I suggest going for titanium because they last you forever. And they're stronger than steel, so you don't have to worry about breaking them, and you don't have to worry about bending them because, again, they're titanium. So they're overall a much better option in my opinion. Now, here comes the real question. Should you buy them or should you not buy them? Really, it's up to you personally, but I personally recommend everyone should try out titanium bars, even if they can't afford them. If you have a friend that maybe can or already has them, he's talking about getting some, go for it, try them out, because they are completely different than normal steel or aluminum bars. Takes a bit to get used to, but week of riding, you're good. I mean, I spent, I want to say 4 days riding, and that was day after day I was riding, and I think I got used to them. I've gotten used to them. So, and keep in mind, the first week I had them, I barely rode, like I didn't even ride that week at all. So it took me about 4 days. It honestly depends on the type of rider that you are. Like if you bend bars constantly, like you're always bending bars, then I suggest going for titanium bars. But if you don't bend bars, you're completely fine, then I suggest maybe try titanium. I suggest everyone should try titanium, but try titanium. If it doesn't work out, maybe go to steel bars. But for me, I do like it somewhat light. Like when I used Dylan Soul bars, for those of you who don't know, those black bars were Dylan Soul bars because I didn't have any bars. So I saved up my money. I got these bars, and I like them a lot so far. They make it, I want to say, a pound lighter. Like right now, this is my setup. It's just Havoc wheels, AOS 4, Tilde SES, then of course the titanium bars with NB grips. But honestly, like it's something that I feel everyone should try at least once. I know I've said that multiple times, but it's true. I mean, if it's like going to a shop versus buying something online. Like, yeah, you can buy stuff online, but really, it's much harder to know what you want because you don't have the chance to check it out in person. Like, when I bought my AOS 4, I thought it was going to be a good size, and it is. It's a perfectly fine size. It's a great size. I'm not complaining. It's just I want to go a bit smaller, and if I had known that I could go smaller to a certain size that I liked, like for example the Wazadek. I know it's a tiny bit smaller, but I like it. I like the size of the Wazadek. Yes, that's also the John Reyes and Jesse Ikeda, but those decks, those 4.7 by 20.75, those decks I really like, and if I had the chance to try them, I would have. But because of the fact that my closest shop is in Surrey, and one, I can't drive, I'm not old enough, and two, I don't want to spend the time driving out all the way to Surrey just for scooter parts. And three, sometimes they don't have NB, you know, you never know. But really, when it comes down to it, it's always better to try out stuff before you buy. It's like clothes, right? Like if you don't try on stuff, how do you know it's gonna fit? Unless you know exactly what you're looking for, then you should definitely try it before you actually buy it. Because if you don't and you go too big or too small, then that's a waste of money right there, and then you can't do anything about it. So really just try titanium bars. If you don't like them, whatever, that's your opinion. But I feel like everyone should try them, and if you really like them, definitely spend the money. I mean, $300 to $400, that seems like such a big turnoff when it comes to buying titanium bars. Like the price that people, like they see the price, they're like, maybe I shouldn't get that. Then they look at how good they are and they're like, maybe I should, and then they're stuck between a decision of, should I spend the money and get really good bars, or pay less, a third of the price, or sometimes a quarter of the price on bars that will eventually bend. I mean, yeah, titanium will also eventually bend, but still. But really, like, when it comes down to it, if you really want titanium bars, I suggest that you definitely buy them. And the price shouldn't affect your decision, because if you really like them, you would buy them. Like, look at the AOS 4s, for example, or a pair of titanium bars. it's a really expensive, right? Titanium bars, they can go from $300 to $400. The ADSC 4s can go from like $179 American, which is about $272 Canadian at the time of this filming. So it's a large amount of money put onto basically metal. So you really gotta know what you're looking for. But that's basically all I have to say. So in recap, if you want titanium bars, definitely get them. You shouldn't have the price turn you off of them. These bars are some of the best bars I've ridden. Honestly, I'm saying this truthfully, these are some of the best bars I've ridden. And it's only been 2 weeks, but I'm gonna be coming out with a new video, or a full video, about a month from now, giving you a full review on these bars, what they're like, what they've been like over the past month from this time of filming. And yeah, I mean, so yeah, until next time, peace.